Hi everyone. So as I mentioned before, we are using NotebookLM. So I'm gonna give you guys this quick tutorial just showing how to use the NotebookLM, especially the NotebookLM that we are sharing with you guys. So let me change my screen over here. So whenever you search NotebookLM on Google, this is the landing page. So then you guys will see this button over here in the center, try NotebookLM. So you click on that button and now you have to log in, and then you will see create a new notebook here, and then you guys will see a bunch of already created notebooks LM from as a kind of template. Google gives you kind of a template so you know how to use them. Whenever we share a notebook with you guys, they're going to show over here as well. So for example, here I have the clinical mycology that I'm sharing with you. So whenever you click on the clinical mycology, now you see the main page of the NotebookLM. So this is a little bit different from whenever you create your own NotebookLM. So let me go back and let's see if you create your own NotebookLM. So every time that you click on create a new NotebookLM, it's going to prompt you to upload your sources, because NotebookLM only works with your sources. There is no room for hallucination on NotebookLM. They only work with the sources that you provide. So there are different ways that you can upload the sources. You can upload the files, for example, book chapters. You can upload links to websites, to YouTube videos from your Google Drive, or you can just upload a text, or you can search. You can just simply search for this kind of topic like clinical mycology, blah 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 blah. Let's try clinical mycology graduate level. I'm going to start with very simple prompt and click on search. So now, as you can see here on the left side, we have all the sources that you can either upload or ask NotebookLM to find online for you. So after the tool finds some sources, you can click here on import. Now, as you can see here, is adding all the sources to your source folder. And then it has different kind of sources. It has PDF files, for example. If you click on the source, it will open it and show you what you can see in that source, right? So this might be could be a publication. I don't know. I'm not going to check right now. But again, here you have all the sources. These ones, they were flagged. So probably because they are under a firewall, that's why Google couldn't import them. So you just delete the ones that you cannot import. But for example, for our course, we uploaded all the book chapters. So once you have all the sources over here, as you guys can see, all of them are checked. If you check all the sources, anything that you try to do with this tool will be based on whatever is selected. So if you select all of the sources, your output will be based on all the sources. But if you want to filter, let's say this first source over here has something that you want to ask more questions or interact or make to generate something for you, you then check just that single source. And then here on the chat, you can ask, for example, create a study guide based on the selected source. So of course, the prompt, as better you prompt the tool, better you're gonna have an output. Here's just like a quick tutorial. And again, the tool is gonna analyze the source and then is gonna start developing what you're asking. So here you have a study guide, and then you can filter this, like make it more comprehensive, less comprehensive, add questions to the study guides. These numbers that you guys can see at the end of each one of the sentences are references. It's just showing from where the tool took that information from your sources. So it's just showing here where this information is coming from. So again, there is no room for hallucination. That's why NotebookLM is so great for learning experience. So the chat here will do whatever you ask. And then here on the right side, you have this studio functions. So in the studio, you can actually use the sources to generate many different things. For example, you can ask to generate the slide deck, which is what we used to generate the slides for you guys. It's going to generate the slides for you. You just need to click here on this button here. On the bottom here, you can give the prompt, say, I want this many slides with this kind of graphs, this color, blah, blah, blah. So again, what I suggest you guys to do, if you are not very good in prompting, you guys can go to Gemini, ChatGPT, Gator AI, and ask like, hey, I'm using this tool, I want to achieve this, give me a nice prompt to achieve what I want. All right, and then you take the prompt generated by another tool, and then you can just copy and paste over here, and that will work perfectly. So here you can generate slides deck, audio overview. That is for me the best tool on NotebookLM. It's gonna read through your source that you select. If you generate a slide deck over here, it's gonna be on this side over here. I'm gonna show in a second. Then you can download it and then upload as a source as well. And then you can say, based on the slides, I want to create this audio for me. And what is good about that, because it can create a podcast. And then, for example, you can install NotebookLM there is an app that you can install on your cell phone. And then, for example, if you're driving to campus and you don't want to waste time, you can listen to the podcast. And it is amazing. It doesn't go beyond what is being discussed in the source. And they have this nice way of talking that really looks like a real person are talking about the topic. Okay, so audio overview, same way. You have different ways of generating the audio. The deep dive is the one that we use the most because it's a podcast style, but you have a brief discussion, a critique or debate on your topic. Here on the bottom, again, you can prompt the tool saying, I want this, I want that, I want for this long. Skip all the unnecessary, because when you create a audio overview, they like to start like, oh, this is the intro to this, blah blah blah, because this is important. They like to make it look nicer in the beginning, so you waste about like 2 to 3 minutes just like talking and preparing you what to expect in that talk. So what you can do is say, skip all the introduction, go straight to the first slide and start the discussion. That is one way that I did that I think is going to save you guys some time. Video overview does something very similar. It creates a video. It doesn't work quite well for teaching purposes, but for learning, it works really nice. So again, same way, you can choose what kind of style you're looking for and prompt here, choose the source, and it's going to create a nice video for you if you are a visual person. Flashcards is another tool that is freaking good. Again, you can prompt over here, choose the source that you want, and ask to generate the flashcards for you. It's going to be amazing. Quiz, same as flashcards. You can ask to create the quizzes. We didn't use this tool to create quizzes for you. It's not very deep. You can ask to be like deeper, but for us, we tried this tool. It's not the best to generate quizzes for learning a class. But for studying, getting ready, or just like refreshing your mind, is a really good tool. Infograph is another tool that is really cool. If you're a very visual person, you can ask to create an infograph based on your source, and that's gonna sometimes summarize everything in one image, which is nice as well. Mind map is another tool that I think is really nice. See, you don't need, there is no prompt. You just click in the mind map button. Is going to generate a mind map. So if you select all the sources, it's going to try to find a better way to understand how it works. So see, as you can see here, it creates this mind map showing like you have general susceptible factors, dermatophytes, candidias, aspergillosis, and every time that you click on one, it's going to keep branching out, and then you can see the best way of learning all those topics, right? And as you can see in the chat here, every time that you click on something, it's going to show you here, see, discuss what the resources say about aspergillosis. So it's automatically generated by the tool. All right, so you guys will learn. This is just a quick overview. There are plenty of YouTube videos showing how to use NotebookLM, but this is not why I'm here. The problem with NotebookLM is, of course, you have to pay for it to have access to the Pro tools. So when you generate audio overview, it's going to give you an audio overview that you can listen to it, and that's it. But because we have Pro account, we have a feature that you guys will not have unless you have a Pro account. So here is the NotebookLM that I'm going to share with you for the clinical mycology. On the left side, you have all the sources, and as you guys can see, there is no way for you to add your own sources. You have to work on whatever I have here already. So I have the book chapters, I have the slides. On the right side where I have the studio, you don't have access to the buttons as well. You have access to whatever I already created. So here I have the slides, I have the audio overview, but the function that I want to show is this function here. As you guys can see in this wavy hand, it's an interactive mode. So what you can do instead of, you can watch the lectures because the lectures will have all the slides and the audio together. But let's say you want to learn more about one specific lecture, because of course we try to waste less time. So the lectures, they are very condensed. But let's say one topic you didn't understand quite well, you still want to have more information about it. So let's say I'm going to talk about Candida infections, for example, Candida identification. So if I click here on this interactive mode, it's going to show me the audio that was recorded. Just give a minute. And then here I have the play audio. It's going to play the audio that was recorded. But once I start playing, this join button will turn blue. And then at any time, you can click on join, and then they're going to say something like, hey, we have a guest. What's up? And then you can ask any questions. And they will answer based on the sources. They will give you one of the best explanations ever. It's really, really good. So let's try it out. Oh, by the way, whenever you click join and you say something, it's going to take a few seconds after you stop talking for the tool to process what you ask. It's the same when you ask a questions by typing. It's going to think about it, and then it's going to record another audio quickly and then answer to you. It takes like a few seconds. So let's see. Well, I'm going to just move around.
When we talk about the foundation of clinical mycology, we really have to start with the simplest form of fungi, the yeasts. And, most of you already know the textbook definition.
Okay, let me join and see what they say.
Fungi.
Oh, hey, welcome. What's up?
So, I need to allow my microphone. So, I still have questions about the identification of Candida. Can you explain that better for me?
That is a fantastic interjection.
Yes, great timing.
We were actually just about to dive into Candida.
It is the single most important yeast pathogen.
Okay, let's unpack this right now.
Yes.
When we talk about identifying Candida, we're not just...
So that was a very stupid question, just like basic. But if you have a real question, let's say they're talking about the antifungi that you use for Candida, and you missed that or didn't understand that, you can join in and say, hey, can you explain that again? They're going to go back and explain to you, and then they continue as nothing happened. It's really good. So again, I strongly suggest you guys to use this tool. Our idea was to make a course that will well prepare you guys for the ASCP exam. I know some people, they are very resistant to AIs, but I think AI is a tool that is here that we cannot get rid of. So we need to embrace it and use it the best way that we can. Unfortunately, that's how it works. But if you use this tool wisely, it can actually give a really good boost in your knowledge. All right, so let me stop sharing this. Okay, so let me know if you guys have any questions. Bye bye.